Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another episode of It's Me Speaking to You. I am, as always, your ever-faithful host, Mr. Jeffrey Wilson, coming to you live and direct from the gateway to the West, St. Louis, Missouri. And man, the show is about to be put on today, ladies and gentlemen, as we are about to holler at UFC mixed martial arts veteran. Man, he really was the OG in putting the show in the UFC back in the day. And still to this day, what am I talking about? Ladies and gentlemen, Shonie Carter joining us. How are you, my friend?
Man, I'm shaking and baking, opportunity taken. I'm even having some money to be making. I got people perspirating as I'm dedicating and I'm motivating, and I know they hating and I can't do it. I just got to make them be waiting.
Woo! Damn! Started off with some flame promo business. That's what's up, man. That's definitely how you put the that's definitely how you put the show into Show Me Carter. How you doing, man? Shonie Carter. Listen, what you are literally. I mean, as I've been a fan of MMA, UFC, you were one of the OGs, as they call them. Not to say you're old, but you are one of the originators, my friend. What got you in? I always wonder. The cats who really get in there, put it on the line like you do, and you have had. What was the mix? When did the bug? When did the MMA bug, martial arts bug, bite you? Because you definitely. I mean, you're one of them cats. I mean, versatile, man. This is an individual who actually not former, because you're always a Marine Corps. A Marine, always a Marine. Yeah. Welterweight division, middleweight division, light heavyweight division, former WEC welterweight champion. I mean, you were on the Ultimate Fighter season 4. I mean, you're one of the originators. You go back to Pancrase, King of Cage, M1, Bellator. Talk to me, man. When did you get started in this crazy game we know as MMA?
Well, what it was, after I got out the Marines, and I went off to school, got a scholarship. I placed 4th in the nation in college wrestling and 2 world teams, Olympic trials. And I went off to Tennessee, and the boys in the hood, they always trying to play hard. And I was,
come talking that trash.
Man, they were talking that booty chatter, and they were like, "Yo, what you on?" I'm like, "Bro, don't come at me with that. I got a tie clip and cufflinks, and I'm trying to be, civilized, educated."
Right.
And the boys were like, "Was you scared to fight?" I'm like, "No, I'm afraid of hurting you, and you, and you. Oh, you two back there looking and giggling."
Right.
And so before you know it, they challenged me, and I scraped all of them, the football player, the soccer player, the basketball player, even my buddy on the wrestling team. I'm like, "Antoine, I can't hit you because you're on scholarship." and he was the 190-pounder, and I was the 150-pounder who just came off of 2 world teams in Greco-Roman. And then they wanted me to do a street fight tournament. I'm like, whatever, you ain't saying nothing slick to a can of oil. And I actually made it to the finals, and I had to bow out because my friend, who was the 142-pounder, he got in the tournament. I can't hit him. Then, I'm getting kicked out of school. And before I went back home, I got a job, believe it or not, when there was a Radio Shack. I just got the bug to go wrestle again, and one thing led to another. Before you know it, I'm doing jiu-jitsu, and I actually learned it mostly the Japanese way, and I messed around, started doing underground fights at the Tropicana Tecache in Chicago. And before everybody knew it, I was fighting on Tuesday, fighting on Saturday, training all day, and I was a cable man, driving a Chevy Impala. And what can I say? I just kept going and spilling and bumping and grinding, ended up in Japan. The only person that ever controversially beat me by decision was Nate Marquardt, which I won all 14 minutes and 30 seconds of the fight. He finally got my back, and they after a double overtime, they said he won. I'm like, how we going to get a double overtime, and I'm beating him? And he beat me for 30 seconds. He laid on my back, and they gave him the King of Pancrase, and before you know it, I was in the UFC fighting Brad Gums and Adrian Serrano. And, well, it just spills over. I did the Shidokan, I've done Thai boxing, bare knuckle knockdown, karate, judo tournament.
I mean, you're everywhere, dude. I mean, the image I have of you promoting today's show, and I'll probably have it as the attachment image for our YouTube video is you're just festooned with gold. You have, I forget what the number is. What is it? 15, 20 plus titles in different organizations.
Wait a minute. Hold up. I won 6 more belts after that photo was taken.
Well, there we go. That's what I'm saying. Go ahead.
And I'm going to win another one. I got this broke ass, bare knuckle boxing, wannabe Conor McGregor Jr. talking. And I'm like, my only fight is really making weight. I'm 44. Now these jabronis over in England is from Ireland calling me out. I'm like, who the hell calls out a 44-year-old? Because when I was 34 and when I was 24, hell, nobody even called me out when I was 14. I was a tough nerd. And I'm like, you want to weigh just as good, so I'm 44, damn near on Geritol injection off the IV to want to fight me. I'm like, if I make 170, even getting close to 170 by the time I get on that plane, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do a Cassius Clay. I'm going to knock this bum out. Because me at 170 at 44, ain't no 44-year-old 170-pounders.
Yeah.
I'm at the grown man ass. I curl 55-pound dumbbells without warming up, standing up.
Right.
I'm like, dude, I'm walking around in Speedos because I can. I'm wearing a kilt at the beach because don't nobody want to mess with a ball spot dude with pecs and abs and a kilt.
Let me ask you.
Shit off, then I got some Speedos on.
Let me ask you, man. That's so part. I mean, all of it, man. From the rap to your garb. What was your inspiration for that? Is that just some of your just straight personality? Obviously, but to me, I'm not knocking the hustle at all. There was a certain WWE, I'll use that term, aspect, which is cool because I put asses in the seats. What was your inspiration for that, man? I mean, obviously you got the personality for it, but did you glean any of that from anywhere else?
It was really my grandfather because, I mean, he would get dressed to go to the grocery store. And I watched, I'm the guy who came up.
That's awesome, dude.
With my grandfather.
That's awesome.
I mean, I grew up in a barber shop, cutting grass at the church, shining shoes. And honestly, I turned into the gremlin Gibbs' no. And it's because after you throw a hand grenade in the Marines and you shoot big giant guns and somebody's shooting back at you, your last name turns into No Fuck. Right. And my first name is Gibbs No. Right. And I'm like, I go to grappling tournaments. I don't train for grappling tournaments. People go and train for the Pan Ams and the Copa del Mundial. I will walk in whatever damn weight I am and say, whatever, let's run this sucker. That's why I go to Naga tournaments and submission tournaments, and I go super heavyweight at the black belt division and win. And people are like, what the hell? I said, like I said, it ain't even 12 o'clock, and you can still spill water on me, and my name is Gibbs. No.
And it's, dude, that has definitely served you well, man. It's that, I mean, I admire all that kind of warrior spirit, bro. I mean, as you know, my boy, I wish we could have ran into you or you could have come up to the Gentleman's Cooperative when myself, Pat Miletich, Boss Root, and Matt Hughes were all up there hanging.
I was supposed to be there. What it was, a very close friend of mine, his wife died prematurely. And I had to sacrifice it. I had to go be there for my friend Benny Balsamelo, and his wife Rhonda. They both earned their black belts together. They were living a war. They were living a samurai's life. Him and his wife would train and fight. And I ain't talking about no local schmokel stuff. I'm talking about they would train in Atlanta, fly to Japan, and do the All Japan Bare Knuckle Karate Championships.
Ooh, wow!
Right, that's what they were on. And she passed away at shy of 43 years old. And when they asked me to be there, Vinny bought me a plane ticket. You know I can't miss that. Right. And I told him I was going to be there, but he just said it's a bigger calling.
No,
and I
absolutely.
did that for him. And essentially, I know they're going to do another one. I'll be there. And,
we will have several, dude. I am the official MC of that bad boy. So, dude, you obviously, man, open door, man. You're more than welcome. That'd be great.
I wouldn't even bring all them belts. Them belts are heavy.
Yeah.
Man, them belts are heavy.
Bring a wheelbarrow, bro. Just roll them up there. Roll them up the elevator. So yeah, man, like I said, as an individual, I mean, this is another thing, man. Why I love geeking out on these kind of subjects and talking to individuals like yourself. You really, you've been there since the beginning, from kind of the real quote unquote commercialization of this sport, MMA, and you've seen it grow, you've seen it evolve in all these different incarnations, be it Bellator, Pancrase, King of Cake, etc. What are your thoughts on the evolution of the sport and where we are right now? And people taking, I'm not going to mention any names, I mean, we all know who it is, taking that swag that you had back in the day and really putting asses in the seats and getting their dollars way up based off of that kind of hype, swag, you know, really promoting yourself, you know what I mean, promoting your brand, etc. What are your thoughts on that, the evolution of the sport and what you brought to it that they're really taking, you know, utilizing now?
Well, I'm going to tell you something. What they're doing now, I did 10, 15, 20 years ago.
Right.
And I was so far way above and ahead of my time, and I'm glad they finally decided to rep the set and give the guys what they need. Because I mean, they just sold the company for $4.2 billion.
Yeah.
Now, and the fighters are now much better treated. I mean, you got to look. I even look at the people who were before me, and I had the utmost respect for them because, I mean, you got to figure. If I saw my first UFC fight for $500 to show or $500 to win, and which is now per diem money for them.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm laughing because there are kids who are making a lot more money who will never hold a strap in their life. They're gonna make a lot of money and they're gonna fade off into the dust. But may they take that money and reinvest it and to do something with it. You know, I mean, whether it's Conor McGregor or if it's Rampage or if it's King Mo or whoever you all know. The fact is they ain't did nothing new. I looked at Ric Flair.
Woo!
Showtime. You know, and
kiss stealing, wheeling, dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and it's hard time keeping these alligators down.
Man. And literally, I laugh about it because even the evolution of what it is now, what's going to happen 5, 10 years from now? I'm seeing little girls walking around submitting little boys. Yeah. And I'm seeing, I saw this one little kid years back, he might be a teenager now, he did a hurricane kick in the cage. I'm like, what the? Y'all supposed to know what a hurricane kick. He did a full 720. And I'm like, what the? Then shot a double leg. The dude stuffed the double leg. He jumped up to a sprawl, hit the gill, what they call a Yoko Otoshi or a lateral drop. I'm like, what the? And it was sparring. This wasn't a fight. I'm like, this is a straight Mr. Anderson / versus Morpheus type shit. And I'm like, I'm not impressed with nobody in the MMA. Nobody. I respect them all. You know, I mean, but impressed like GSP said, I'm not very impressed with your performance.
That's so funny, man. Everybody keeps bringing. I talked to King Mo not too long ago, and that just seems to get brought up all the time. Yeah, that's crazy. But I mean, the even now, man, unless you are a McGregor, unless you are on that level, you're taking home what 6, 7, 8, 10,000, 12,000, 13.
What's blowing me is that these fighters don't realize this is a commodity that they are, and they don't know how to take the commodity and expound upon it to exponentially grow up on it. I'm not saying sell out, but damn, bro, ain't no 401k in fighting.
No.
Make that money. I know fighters in Chicago who barely get outside the region. I'm 44 and I'm going to Coventry, England on my exhaust fumes. And I'm laughing.
April
like,
22nd, ladies and gentlemen, April 22nd. Shonie Carter will be getting down bare knuckle style.
Right, back to the OG rule. And literally, check this out. So on the fly, I did a seminar at the Arnold Schwarzenegger Fitness Expo, right?
Yes. I'm
teaching it. I don't preach it. I teach it. And then before you know it, when I get done, they're like, Shonie, we want you to teach a seminar at the 2017 Mr. Olympia. Who are you talking to? Who you with? I'm like, you kids, y'all just young and dumb and tough, and that's just not enough.
No, it is not. It is not. Dude, I mean, what do you think? What are your thoughts on these kids, man? I mean, like you said, man, ladies, choking out guys. Like, kids now are just, the game has evolved so much where people, and I've used this term kind of loosely, they're coming out of wombs choking people out. Like, they're knowing MMA in its full form, from stand up to take, What are your thoughts? I mean, what's the future be? What's the future hold? Because honestly, I thought 2017 was going to be rough, and I still think it's going to be rough for the UFC. Conor might not be fighting for a while, and I'm going to talk to you about the Conor Mayweather thing here in a little bit. I mean, they had to even almost bring in GSP to make things relevant. What are your thoughts on the UFC? I mean, they got to build new stars. All of these people jumping weights to get supposed money fights. My boy Jacare Souza, just sitting there, about ready to retire, like I read yesterday, man. What are your thoughts on the brand today and what's going on?
What it is that we've become a warrior society of celebrated athletes in the auditorium. And essentially, the reason why people jump at weight is because everybody's getting tested for performance-enhancing drugs. And the reason why people are tested for performance-enhancing drugs is because of the elections. After the election years, people, before the election year, there was hardly any testing. And during the election year, everybody was getting popped off. People can't make weight. They got to jump weight to make money. Let's keep it 100. We know what's going on. I mean, I'm not sitting there trying to say I'm condoning or condemning. But let's keep it 100. Because if I punch you in the head or I kick you in the stomach, I want to see you talk 20 minutes from now.
Right.
And after from 15 to 29 minutes, you can articulate and conversate with a proper vernacular in front of 20 or 30,000 people on pay-per-view. You ain't fooling nobody. I'm the one who goes to anti-aging and wellness health fairs. Right. I know 185-pounders can make 145. I'm 200, can barely make 185 and expected to make 170. And essentially, when I deal with it, I deal with what I deal. I mean, I take the cards and I play the game that I'm playing. But the rule is, I ain't nobody no damn fool. When you see a 40-something-year-old man with pecs and abs and lats and traps, and you got a kid who's 20-something years old who's on testosterone booster, you got enough testosterone in you to step into a motherfucking cage on pay-per-view. Ain't nothing wrong with your testosterone level. Because most motherfuckers piss on their damn drawers. They have a wet dream at night over a girl with a big booty. Subsequently, the way I look at it, if you don't want to make your money, it ain't nothing funny. If you want to jump weights, keep it 100. We know you can't make weight. We know you're on the PEDs. And if they try to say they're not, brother, please.
Yeah, man, and I'm seeing that everywhere. I mean, I think Conor and other people have said, like, everybody in the UFC's on it, which is just crazy because you have this USADA crazy thing where they're giving, Nick Diaz 5-year suspension for smoking weed. You're not to condemn or condone, but it's like, but then you got Alistair and just supposedly everybody on the GOP. What the hell's going on? It's all a political thing, basically.
Well,
that's
when you see girls with rhomboids and lats and external obliques.
Yeah.
Women produce estrogen. They don't have enough testosterone in them to develop that type of muscle naturally.
Right.
They make it be soft. And the fact is, when you see girls when they get knocked up, their feet go jaundiced. I ain't going to say no name, but y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The fact is, we know.
Yeah.
And, I mean, honestly, man, I can't even put all out there what I do know and what I've seen in supplement stores in Vegas for certain people. But what I'm saying is this: let it ride, let it go, because honestly, most of the people who are on it, who are working for USADA, they own it. I ain't afraid to say it.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. That's why you got people that walking around with beach bodies in the winter in the gym. You got people using PEDs in grappling tournaments. You got people in PEDs that play golf. Football players, they use it. Yep. So what? The fact is that promoters and team owners bought butts in the seat. If everybody can have a flat stomach, a big booty, and biceps and triceps and lats and abs, there will be no athletes because everybody will be an athlete. There will be no fans. There will be nobody in the seat. That's what people wish on. They live off of the very premise, the idea of being what we are. And that's why I understand it for what it is. And I'm about to fight a young kid who's young and dumb and full of cum. And if it did get hard because the wind blows, he thinks he's tough. Well, he ain't tough enough and play rough with me. The fact is that people coming to see a fight between some young kid and an older lion and see who prevails. That's called a fan and the athlete. I know why the athlete cries.
That's what's up. No, and you're absolutely right, man. And that's that's always that contest we all want to see. You said the old lion versus young lion. I mean, you said you got a lot of these young kids out here full of piss and vinegar, but I tell you what, man, there's nothing like wisdom and technique and really understanding the game to humble yourself, young man, lest you be humbled. Oftentimes is the case, and obviously we wish you luck on the 22nd of April, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. And we're, I think May 20th is the next Gentleman's Cooperative, man. So try to clear your calendar. Yeah, man, clear your calendar. Yes, sir, dude. It was an amazing time last time, and we have a nice. What's up? Go ahead.
This is my retirement tour. May 3rd is my birthday, and let's say when I win this world title over in England. Honestly, I'll do the Naga tournament, and I'll go do a couple grappling tournaments. But, I mean, honestly, it's a hustle, it's a grind, and I don't mind because it's mind over matter.
Right.
But, I mean, what else can I do? I mean, if you see me fighting again after May 3rd, even this year, I made a 6 or 7 figure salary. Because, honestly, it's like, yo, bro, it ain't like I can't do it. I didn't forget how to throw my hands up. But the trick to it is living longer, living better.
Yes, quality of life, my friend. Quality of life.
Exactly.
Everything has a season, and it'll wear out for you. But, I mean, not to say, like you said, you don't know how to put your hands up and throw them, but you always want to have multiple stakes in the fire. And I know, as a guy like you, that's what you do, man. In Chicago, you train. Like, talk about that. What do you got going on in Chicago? You still training at your gym in Chicago? You got a gym that you train at and train others in Chicago?
Yeah. I'm actually the head trainer, personal training director for LA Fitness in Rogers Park. I'm the MMA instructor at Chicago Fitness Center. I train a lot of pretty ladies that's trying to get more out of life. One is in my office. Her name is Sonella.
Hey.
Yeah. She makes it look 2-3 times walking by.
Hey, so I don't know who you are, but
it's an interview.
Okay, well, Shonie is awesome, and wherever he goes, we're all gonna go with him. So.
Well, I know Shonie's awesome. That's why I'm interviewing him. But I appreciate you echoing the sentiments that we all recognize that Shonie is the she's knees. And thank you for supporting him.
Yes.
So what's your name, baby girl? I'm just playing. So Shonie. Shonie? Hello? Ooh.
I'm in the health club right now.
I lost you for a hot second there. I lost you for a complete hot second there. What was that, brother?
I said, no, I'm at work in the health club, and some of my clients are walking. Before I got here, the gym was the bottom gym in the district, and now it's number 1. And it's just fun working with all the ladies and teaching them self-defense.
Of course, helping them get fit, right? Helping them get fit. That's what's up, man. Yo, man, I don't want to keep you too much longer, man. I mean, obviously you got the bare knuckle thing coming up. You training folks there in the Shy. Is there any where can we find out, the outcome of the fight? Where can we follow you, man? Shonie Carter, what's going on with your Twitter? You got social networking business.
Yeah, I'm all on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram. I gotta start posting more of these pictures. I'm trying to get this weight down. And I'm trying to go a lot. The guy is even talking trash to me, which I laugh about. because he can't even talk trash correctly. Because I mean he's calling me, you know, these names and everything. I'm like, wow, he needs to learn from Conor McGregor how to do this.
Right. Yeah, you definitely need to be able to sell it, dude. I mean, I don't know who it is. Who is this gentleman? Let's see if we can reach out and touch him with the old interweb.
Yeah,
What's his name?
His name is Jimmy Sweeney. And I'm sure he'll have some funny, colorful explicatives and, you know, descriptions of me. He even called me Grandpa Carter. And I'm like, wow, that's cute.
Well,
I'm like, my daughter ain't had no babies yet.
My pops always said, a hard head makes a soft ass. So go ahead and go over there, jump the pond, and, you know, put this young man in his place, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Shonie Carter. So did you shout out? What are those addresses, man? What's your Twitter address and all that? What are they?
Yeah, everything's Shonie Carter. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
Okay.
Come on, anybody wants to come by Chicago Fitness Center and train with me, 3131 North Lincoln, Chicago, Illinois. I'm there on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You want to do some personal training, you just hit me up at 312-937-7569. If you want to go corporate, I'm up in Clark and Howard in Rogers Park. So whatever you want to do.
That's what's up, man. I so appreciate you taking the time, man. And again, April 22nd over there in the UK. Best of luck. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Mr. Shonie Carter, dude. Taking a little bit of time. MMA veteran, just all around, just stud, man. OG pioneer of the industry, man. I thank you again, man. I appreciate you taking the time and continued success, brother.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Anytime. Hit me up if y'all want to sponsor me. I don't care. Anybody.
Yeah,
all
May
right?
20th, dude. We're going to see you at the Gentleman's Cooperative, man. We're going to be doing you just stop your butt by, brother. You're going to love it, man. We got a nice roster. We got a nice lineup there for the cooperative this time, a panel.
All right. Oh, one more thing.
Yes, sir.
I'm teaching a kids seminar March 25th and 26th in Iowa this coming weekend.
We're at in Iowa. I'm from Iowa. Same town as Pat.
Oh, look up on the page. I forget it's ICW. I think it's Des Moines, Iowa.
Okay. Des Moines, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll post info on my Facebook page.
Okay. And obviously, I will post that
link. Let me
link.
get out of here. I got a booty standing in my face. I got to go.
Whoa, famous last words. Peace and love, everybody. Shonie Carter. It will be. Just tune in next time. There will be more. Peace, brother.
All right.